Hey there, Editor Chris here. Just wanted to pop in and explain why this one seems a bit off. The first attempt at the Bard episode yielded audio from one of our two hosts, and thus it had to be redone. As a little treat for bearing with us, here's all the times that Kyoko and Vale have clapped at me to try and help sync audio. Enjoy the podcast.
Clap, 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 clap your hands.
Clap. Clap.
Clap.
Welcome, one and all, to World in a Jar. We are your hosts, Kyoko and Vale. Our goal is to take a word, concept, or idea and spin it into a story concept, be it a character, NPC, group, city, you name it. And thus, those ideas we create become our World in a Jar. Of course, they won't all fit into the same jar, so our selection is constantly growing every week. With many spices to choose from, locations, genres, heroes, villains, and tropes, we hope to give you a jar filled with fun and interesting concepts. But first, how are you doing, Kyoko?
I'm doing pretty good. I may look a little scuffed in recording. Getting over being sick. So
it's also the first time you've come to a recording after work, because normally we both have the day off.
Yeah, I normally don't work on Tuesdays. So
right. We can't see each other right now, but are you wearing your work uniform, or is there a work uniform?
I didn't have to wear the uniform, quote unquote, today, but the uniform's just like white shirt or black shirt, black bottoms. But since there are no customers on Tuesdays, I can wear whatever the fuck I want.
I would love a day that I could just do that at work.
So right now I'm wearing a gray cardigan and a black shirt. So
I am wearing my birthday present that just came in a couple days ago, which is my Pokemon Giratina hoodie, Shiny Giratina, which is a Pokemon I've shiny hunted twice now. First in the original Pokemon Platinum.
You'll get to do it again in about 2 days.
Wait, is Giratina coming back?
I think Giratina's in Indigo Disc.
It has allowed me to import my shiny Giratina since the teal mask. So I do have a shiny Giratina going into Indigo Disc.
Oh.
It literally happened. You are not about to fact check me.
No. I'm about to fact check if Giratina's gonna be in this. No, it does not look like it's available in the Indigo Disc.
Oh my goodness.
But
then why did it... Wasn't there going to be all the legendaries?
I think all of them will be available, but not all of them will be catchable in the Indigo Disc. Because these will be catchable Pokemon. And they're not shiny locked. So this will be the first time you can get some like box art Pokemon shiny.
First time in a long time, because you can shiny hunt every box legendary up until I believe Gen 6.
Yeah.
That's when they started shiny locking these Pokemon.
This time you'll be able to get Solgaleo and Lunala and Necrozma shiny if you wanted to.
Man, shiny Solgaleo is so cool.
I love shiny Solgaleo. But you might be able to get shiny Cubfu too, because Cubfu, Urshifu, Glastrier, and Spectrier are also available.
You know, I haven't even beaten the second DLC for Sword and Shield yet, and I bought it on both games. I haven't even done it on one.
I really like Crown Tundra, personally, and I like the option, because they give you a legendary catching option. I really like it. It's pretty fun.
I went into the Crown Tundra and immediately started shiny hunting Nidoran.
That's valid.
And I did not realize how painful shiny hunting is in Sword and Shield.
Yeah, regular
you have to
shiny
catch
hunting is terrible.
You have to catch or defeat 500 of them before your odds improve significantly.
Yeah, no, I shiny hunted for Hatena for like a year.
I'm so glad I can just make a sandwich now and my shiny odds improve. As hard as the Herba Mystica are to find. I haven't even found an Herba Mystica yet.
For the Litwick I caught yesterday, I didn't even make a sandwich. I just defeated 60 of them in a mass outbreak. And then waited like 5 minutes.
I haven't even tried the mass outbreaks yet. I've just been Masuda methoding.
I like mass outbreak shiny hunting. I really like it.
It gives you something to do. Otherwise, I just plop down a sandwich, breed 2 Pokemon, get 1,000,000 eggs, and then just run around a bunch. It's a good thing to do with my hands when I am lacking stimulation.
Yeah.
Because it's like low mental energy, but it lets me do things with my hands. Like right now, I'm fidgeting with a piece of paper. I'm sure it sounds crunchy on the microphone.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, I totally get it. For me personally, Masuda method doesn't hold my attention enough. Because all it is hatching eggs. I mean, I guess it's the same thing for all shiny hunting. Like, you do one specific thing and wait.
Well, I gotta say, though, I'm breeding it with trying to have perfect IVs, and then also with the 6 IV shiny foreign Ditto that Crow gifted me.
Oh, yeah.
Which is gonna make things... It makes things a breeze, because I can use this shiny Weasel competitively.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I did not realize my Switch was that low battery-wise.
Man.
But either way...
Yeah.
This is, take 2 of a certain episode.
Yes, this is take 2 of Kyoko's favorite episode. We loved doing it so much that we're giving Kyoko another episode, and we're so greedy about the last episode that we're not giving it to you all.
I love Bards so much, I told us we had to do it twice. I corrupted the audio. No, I didn't. I don't know how
you corrupted my audio.
I have no idea. Shit happens.
Yeah, especially in the early stages of a podcast. But now I'm doing test audios every episode and making sure the audio is picking me up. And it was fun. I was plunking away for 45 minutes setting up this and my new webcam.
Ooh.
Both of them glowing LED rainbow colors.
Do we have the same mic now? Did you also get the pink one?
I got the blue one.
Ooh. God, we're so gendered.
Oh, no. I'm trying to escape, but it accidentally happened. I wonder if...
After years of hating the color pink, I've come to embrace it.
I am wearing a pink watch band for my smartwatch because my Pride watch band, it was made out of fabric and it just wore out over time of constantly taking it off to charge and putting it back on.
Mm-hmm.
To where it would just get loose.
Yeah.
I love the color pink though. I just got 3 pink undershirts to wear at work
Nice.
to coordinate with my watch band.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of pink stuff in my wardrobe, but like lots of accessory things that I have are pink. Like my microphone is pink. The mouse that I use for my laptop for gaming is pink. My pencil case is pink. I've painted a lot of things pink. Things like that. You know, I've been non-binary. I've identified as non-binary since 2014, I think, something like that. It's been a long time. And I ever since then I've had the thought process that like color has no gender. Why the hell would it?
Right.
So
Color is a scam made by the gender companies to sell more colors.
Gender is a scam made by the gender company to sell more genders.
Gender is a scam made by the color company to sell more colors.
Oh my god, Crayola made gender.
Crayola made gender.
Confirmed. Boom, right here on World in a Jar.
My gender is aquamarine.
My gender is the discontinued color dandelion. Shout out to the person on TikTok that has been showcasing their dandelion crayon shrine. I actually really like that.
Are they ever going to use them? It's like holding on to a very fine vintage until the right time to use it.
I don't think they're ever going to use them. Let me find their TikTok.
Ooh, I just hit my mic. Sorry, Chris. Edit that out.
Shout out to
or edit it in 3 times.
Shout out to Lackenzie on TikTok for their dandelion crayon shrine. But I think that this might be a good time to transition into talking about our inspirations and things like that for bards.
Speaking of pink,
yes,
I talked about this character last session for the Paladin episode and also for the Bard episode, and now again for the Bard episode take 2. True Love, my character, my Paladin Bard, it's a tie-in to what we were just talking about because their colors are red and pink. True Love is my favorite Bard because they're not like horny, they're just hopelessly romantic. It's like they don't necessarily want to bang everyone that moves. They just want to find one person to settle down with.
Yeah.
And I've been working on revising their oath to be more but that's more about the Paladin aspect. They're also a bard. They're also like a very clever trickster, though they are dumb of ass. I think good bards have to be dumb of ass, though.
Depends on the college.
Like College of Valor, dumb of ass.
No, I mean absolutely. Who picks Valor?
College of Swords, dumb of ass.
Who picks Valor when Swords exists? We'll get into that. I'll get into that. Don't worry.
Maybe I'm gonna have to build a Valor Bard just to make you upset.
Okay, you playing a bard. No, anyone playing a bard will not make me upset. Also, College of Glamour, dumb of ass. We both have glamour bards.
Yes, that is True Love. True Love is a glamour bard.
I was gonna say, we both have glamour bards that are dumb of ass.
Yeah. Right, because Estelle's a glamour bard.
Yeah, she is.
But yeah, I love True Love's capacity to be a stupid idiot with magic when they use their bard spells, and also having like backup healing word for when a party member goes down and they can still attack and smite in the same turn.
Oh, absolutely.
and it's like it gives True Love this aspect of support, which, like, for a character named True Love, should be all about support. But
I
yeah, what's your
agree.
glamour bard? What's your glamour bard like?
Well, her name is Estelle. She has pink hair, and she is the definition of, like, think of, like, Regina George from Mean Girls got blasted into D&D, basically. She encompasses, like, the whole thing of the College of Glamour being fey magic and charming people and looking otherworldly beautiful and stuff like that.
Are we going with?
Yeah.
Are we going with the headcanon that since there's those fairies that experiment with gender changing soups? Or are we going with the headcanon that she drank it and became turbo feminine?
I mean, we can. I don't think she
that's my
needs
headcanon.
Femininity
right.
Part. She's also a very weak dumbass. She has a strength of 8 and an intelligence of 10.
And yet she was still attacking people with a weapon in the one shot.
Oh,
effectively.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, if it's a finesse weapon, she's fine.
Right.
So, but she's... Sorry, I had to cough. She's just barely getting her feet under her as a glamour bard. They're only level 4 for main campaign, so...
but how that will change. And I'm so glad I get to finally think about the main campaign now that I've just determined we're all tired of one. I mean, I'm not tired of one shots. I'm not tired of building characters in my world and playing them. But
I'm
everyone
not tired
else
of one shots either. It's just we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But yes, Estelle is my lovely brand new bard, essentially. And I'm excited to play College of Glamour. After I spent 3 years playing my favorite subclass ever, College of Eloquence.
College of Glamour has such neat support options where, like, you give everyone with a bardic inspiration, you give everyone temporary hit points and then move them.
Yeah, that's really cool. I need to pull up bard stuff. But yeah, Estelle's where I need to shift my focus back to. Because my focus has either been on Saffrey, my swords bard, or on DMing stuff, but since we're going to be doing main campaign sometime in the new year,
that's not to say you can't be DMing anymore. That's not saying I'm taking the reins and I'm the only DM anymore.
Yeah.
We can definitely intersperse it with one shots because I need to be able to play too.
Or we can just say Estelle's incapacitated for something.
I've got 3 character ideas, and so far there's only 2. There's only 2 one-shot ideas.
Yeah, we can definitely do one-shots in, like, locations in other parts of the world that the main party isn't at.
I do also have to tell you some fucky things that I have planned for the main campaign that might screw up your plans a little bit.
Do you want to tell me them to, as in, like, spoil them?
We're doing it live. We're doing it live on the podcast. The players don't have time to watch these 2-hour podcasts anyways.
That's valid.
Players, there's going to be time travel involved.
Oh, are you throwing a time dragon at us that can open a time portal up to 8,000 years in the future?
Time, yes. There is one extra syllable on dragon that is required.
Okay. It's okay. We'll handle that post-Bard episode.
Yeah, in a post-Bard episode world, I might be
Yeah.
able to talk about my inspirations for a time traveling campaign.
Yeah.
Which ties me into Chrono Trigger again. That's my biggest inspiration in all things. There we go. I said it. I don't have to say it for the rest of this episode.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
I would love at some point when our podcast grows a little bit that there's like a bingo board of things we do on the podcast. And
Kyoko
of course
talks
the free
Bards,
space.
Vale talks Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, the free spaces Vale talks about Chrono Trigger.
No, that doesn't even need to be the free space. We have Vale talks Chrono Trigger, Vale talks Dishonored, Vale talks Elden Ring. Vale
Well,
talks
Bloodborne.
Baldur's Gate. Yeah, Bloodborne, not Elden Ring, yeah. Alright, what's your next inspiration? Which one do you want to talk about next?
Hozier is one of the few people I've seen in concert where I just had the best time of my life. It was amazing to see him in concert, and he is either a bard or a fae. And I know I was singing songs I didn't know and have since forgotten the lyrics to. So it was definitely some sort of enthralling performance magic bullshit. I did have an idea to create a warlock whose patron was basically Hozier.
I mean, it would work.
Because a lot of Hozier's songs are very like out there. Like there's a song about romantically decomposing in a field with your lover.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's... Man, I'm just kind of blanking now. That is my favorite song, though. My favorite song, In a Week, featuring Karen Crowley, is my favorite Hozier song. That does not get enough credit.
I mean, there's the one that got really popular that everyone knows, Take Me to Church.
Take Me to Church, which I haven't seen the music video, but it did feature a gay couple.
Okay.
I believe. That's what I was hearing. I don't really watch music videos. I just find these artists on Spotify.
Only music videos I watch are K-pop music videos, so... Oh, that's another reason I might look a little scuffed right now. I spent like 3 hours crying over BTS last night, but I'll talk about that later.
Oh, you needed a reason to cry last night? I didn't.
I mean, typically I don't, but there is so much love in my heart for all 7 boys of BTS. All seven members. There's so much love in my heart. I'm even wearing... The necklace that I wear all the time is a necklace created by one of the members of BTS. This necklace was fucking expensive. But 100% worth it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
My other favorite Faye song from Hozier is Eat Your Young, which is a song about war.
Okay.
But with like heavy imagery about literally like eating your children.
Oh god. Yeah, I think I haven't listened to a lot of Hozier. I should listen to more of his music.
I'm gonna have to send you my favorites.
Yeah. I send you music all the time. It's only fair.
Right. I'm terrible with hearing lyrics, so I have to read the lyrics. And I find Hozier's lyrics are very poetic and very interesting and stimulating.
Yeah. That's why I
he
always
just
try to
has
send you
lyric
child-
videos.
Yeah. That's also because I send you songs in other languages, but like, in general.
Right.
In general,
I don't know.
lyric videos are really good.
I can operate by vibes too.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, you guys. I'm not
Absolutely.
looking at the camera right now because I'm sending Kyoko my top 3.
Well, I guess while you're doing that, I can jump into some other things that either inspire me or that I love about bards. That's what a lot of my list is things that, like, I love about being a bard. So I have things like, my Eloquence Bard Mithra gives me a lot of inspiration as to, like, what it means to be a bard, because bard is very much a support class for a D&D party. Bards really aren't going to take the center stage with dealing damage and things like that, so they're not gonna fill the role of, like, a glass cannon or a tank or things like that, just being a bard on their own. Mithra definitely became party support. She was the face of the party. She was the medic, the healer of the party. One thing that in Mithra's campaign that always came up was that our Forge cleric, who also handled healing, he was always, to Mithra, always said that we're the best 2 equipped to keep everyone alive. And
Yeah.
my god, was that 100% true. Mithra alone could keep the party alive.
I love that the central concept of bards is that they can do anything, and a lot of, like, jack of all trades really really shows that. And then also Magical Secrets shows that as well, where they pull spells from other classes so they could literally do anything they wanted.
Anything. Yeah. Like, if you play Lore Bard, you get Magical Secrets a whole 4 levels early.
Right.
Which is wild to think about. Because Magical Secrets is already so good. Like, for Mithra, what she took from Magical Secrets was... If I can find her list of that spells... She took... Is it really only gonna show me that one? Well, okay. So, she took Counterspell, Revivify, Mass Healing Word, because there was nothing else in the Bard spell list I wanted, and Mass Healing Word is not in the standard Bard spell list. It's in the expanded spell list. Yeah, Mass Healing Word's in the expanded, but not the...
So they changed that. It just didn't, for some reason, didn't happen.
Yeah. Heal. She took Heal. What else did she take? Just 2 more. She took Resurrection because, again, there was nothing else that I wanted in the Bard spell list over Resurrection. So I just took it with Magical Secrets. And then she took Mass Heal. So she became...
Oh, yeah.
Healing was her number 1 MO. So she was stacked healing-wise. She had every single healing spell except for, I think she
Mass Cure Wounds.
No, she has Mass Cure Wounds.
She has... Ooh. Is that a Bard spell, too?
Yeah. Mass Cure Wounds is a Bard
okay.
spell. But yeah, Mithra has almost every single healing spell in 5.
How could they give them Mass Cure Wounds but not Mass Healing Word?
I don't know. She doesn't have Greater Restoration. That's one of the only healing spells she doesn't have. She also doesn't have Gentle Repose, but that's not technically a healing spell.
Mm.
And just, like, Spare the Dying technically isn't a healing spell.
Not really.
But she has Cure Wounds, Healing Word, Mass Cure Wounds, Mass Healing Word, Lesser Restoration, Revivify. I'm scrolling through her list. Heal. Regenerate. Resurrection. Mass heal. And power word heal. So she has 11 healing spells. So she was ready to protect her party. Oh, the bubble. I did a thumbs up. She was ready to protect her party or die trying. And she did die for them 3 times in quick succession. But yes, Mithra. I love Mithra. I named the whole cat after her.
All right. So we are on a time crunch.
Yeah. But yeah,
So,
other things would be like having charisma-based spellcasting versus intelligence or wisdom-based spellcasting is really neat. And it's not charisma-based spellcasting in the same way a paladin or a sorcerer has charisma-based spellcasting. Mechanically, it's the same. But
I don't even know why
vibes-wise,
sorcerers are charisma. I don't even know why sorcerers are charisma.
I think it's because instead of a sorcerer's magic coming from like study or some outside power, it comes from something within, like their own bloodline, and that takes like self-confidence and a lot of stuff.
I would feel that Constitution is a way better fit.
I agree, but tying spellcasting to Constitution, I don't think Wizards of
That's
the
kind of
Coast
game breaking.
thought that far.
That's kind of game breaking.
Mm-hmm.
If you could make your casting stat also your concentration stat, and
Like,
also the
imagine
stat you're
if-
proficient in.
Yeah, like imagine if you were a barbarian, you base boosted Constitution, as barbarians typically do, and then with that you're able to just multi-class into sorcerer and be perfectly fine. That's terrifying.
Right. Sorcerer is the only caster, I believe, that gets Constitution saving throw proficiencies.
I believe so.
Which is very interesting.
Let me check the sorcerer character sheet.
I know it's sorcerer. I don't know if any other casters do.
I don't believe so. Bards are dex and charisma, which makes a lot of sense.
Wizards are intelligence and wisdom.
Yeah. I don't know any other spellcasters saving throws. I don't play any other spellcaster. I play Bard.
Well, I'm about to play a wizard, even though I loved playing a cleric so much.
Yeah. Yeah, but just Bards.
I'll tell you what life is like on the other side.
Thank you. Bards hold a very special place in my heart, as privy by the Mug Veil got me world's gayest bard. It's me.
And then what Kyoko got me, world's gayest paladin.
It's perfect. All right. Shall we move into the jar building?
Yes. Are you ready for your words?
Am I going first?
Well, that's right. Who's going first? Who's on first?
You want what's on second? I don't know what's on.
I don't know who's on third. I don't know. Third base.
Do you want heads or tails?
Heads.
All right. I hit my microphone. Oh god. There's the coin.
Chris, zoom in on Kyoko hitting their microphone.
Chris, zoom in on me failing to flip this coin. I dropped it on the fucking performance anxiety. I dropped that one too. I don't want it to flip into my mug. Alright, heads. You get to go first.
My words are aloof and complete.
Interesting.
So aloof for a bard is very interesting because you never play an aloof bard. They're always very charismatic, and though they can be kind of perceptive sometimes, it's always like more about the social aspect and social awareness rather than like being aloof and aware of your situation and your surroundings.
Yeah, aloof is a word people typically connect to rogues more.
Yes. Rogues, rangers,
Fighters, sometimes. Not
Clerics
bards,
as their wisdom casters get very good perception too.
Yeah. I think Safri has a really good passive perception. Wait. You open her character sheet. Yeah, Safri has a 19 passive perception.
Whoa!
And a 20 passive
How did
passive
that
investigation.
happen?
I don't remember.
Well, Ivor's got a 22 passive investigation and a 17 passive perception. So I have to remember. Well, no, because those are incredible numbers. Because his feat gives him a +5 bonus to his passives.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember how that happened. I'm looking at her features on her D&D Beyond sheet, and I don't remember. It's in here somewhere.
An aloof bard. Could this be like a criminal bard?
It could be. A bard with a rogue background.
I've spent so long thinking about how effectively a wizard can be a criminal. I've never once thought about how a bard could be a criminal.
Well, I mean, it's the same as a wizard. Not a wizard. It's the same as a rogue. Just to be extra charismatic as you distract somebody, and then have really good sleight of hand.
Charm person is also a very good toolkit, or very good in the toolkit.
Yeah. I mean, just in general, bards, you can go around to any city and roll performance, and you just get people's money.
Yeah. So this bard is a criminal. He is wanted somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Complete makes me think that he is trying to complete like a mission or a quest.
He's trying to complete his bardic college education.
That reminds me of a bard subclass I saw on Twitter called the college dropout bard.
I unfortunately cannot relate. I have a bachelor's degree. And technically a master's degree.
I can't drop out of college if I never go to college.
You right, though. Take that, Department of Education.
Take that, corporations disguised as educational facilities.
Oh my god.
Designed to generate a toxic amount of money.
Oh my god, it's just the singer for the Education Connection commercial.
Oh no! So, I've been watching The Legend of Vox Machina.
Oh, we've
the
both
word
been
complete.
watching it then.
I've been thinking about how Keyleth has been trying to complete her Aramente.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thinking this bard comes from some kind of very hands-on college. Like, ooh, that ties in Pokemon. We were talking about Pokemon at the beginning of the episode. Gen 9 Pokemon specifically. So this bard's like kind of like on the treasure hunt.
Yeah.
Trying to find trying to find something for the Bard College to complete his like master's thesis.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
And so it could just be questing for an item, and he came within arm's reach of the item, but it was a very criminal act. He got arrested for he almost got arrested for it, and now he has to continue. He's constantly like watching his back, trying to
How does that tie in aloof?
trying to that is tying in aloof. He's constantly aware of his surroundings and trying to well, because he is mostly on the run from the law, so he has to be very cautious about all of his surroundings, because it could be a trap where guards just spring out of nowhere and try and arrest him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my god. Maybe the Bard College is kind of shady too. Like
College of Whispers.
This treasure hunt is the is for like the British Museum. So he's like stealing these super important artifacts for other cultures.
Yeah. See, I would want to be a rogue for the opposite side, stealing from the British Museum.
Oh yeah, that's a one shot.
Oh. It's just a
I had
heist
an
with
idea.
Markiplier, but D&D.
I used with Markiplier. Oh god. Hold on.
You're good.
Okay, I'm better now.
Oh, hi, Aster.
So yeah, he's like a bard working for a college / British Museum.
Yeah. I like it.
So maybe we have to talk about that artifact too. What is that artifact?
Yeah. Hi, Aster.
I think it started out... Ooh, what if it started out in another museum?
Oh, stealing from
like
one
another
museum
museum
to another for another one.
Yeah. Like this museum has a chokehold on all of their items, and this College of Whispers bard is sneaking in to steal it. And so that's why it's a crime, is because he's stealing from high society.
Mm-hmm.
But the people which created this artifact snuck in, grabbed it, set off the alarm, and pretty much left him there one step behind as the guards almost caught him.
Yeah. Stealing the Hope Diamond from the Natural History Museum in DC for the British Museum.
Oh, trust me, I thought about it every time I saw it. Oh God, Chris, edit out my name on the government watch list after this episode airs.
Oh my gosh. I mean, Chris does have a degree in computer science. He probably could figure out how. Chris will pay you to become a hacker for us.
Just burdening our editor with these impossible tasks.
Oh my gosh. I burdened him so much with Phasmophobia last night.
Just cut to him writing a watch list of random people and crossing my name out.
And all right, your criminal bard. What subclass is he going to be?
Oh, definitely Whispers.
Whispers, yeah.
Whispers is the shadiest.
Oh, yeah.
But then also with, like, Charm Person and...
Oh, yeah.
Do bards get invisibility?
No. Unless through magical secrets.
Right.
Because you get magical secrets starting at level 10 no matter what. That's a main class feature.
Let me look up the bard spell list.
I
I
know.
really want to explore how criminal a bard can be.
Bards do get invisibility.
Bards do get invisibility.
They get invisibility, see invisibility, they even get greater invisibility.
Blindness is really good for sneaking around. Like, say there's one guard that's just posted in front of a door and isn't moving. Blindness, push him away and then run in. Or not,
Yeah.
no. You just have to wait for a moment. He's not like actively blocking the door, standing next to it. Blindness, run in, and then he's just like, "Oh, that was weird."
I suddenly lost the ability to see.
It's pretty dark out. It's pretty dark outside.
Hey, who turned off the lights? Yeah, bards get a lot of fun things. I get suggestion.
Ooh.
Suggestion's always a good thing.
Hear me out. They get heat metal. So there's like this metal display case. They cast heat metal on it, and it melts away the display case and all the traps, leaving the item.
Ooh.
That would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
And they get a lot of illusions. Illusions are very easy to do crime with.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, hey, like, an item that Mithra got a hat of disguise. Which lets you use disguise self
easy.
Unlimitedly.
Yeah. Which otherwise you have to be a warlock to do.
Yeah.
Suggestion. Suggestion is so good for...
Just cast Feeble Mind on a guard. It's fine. Go all out. Feeble Mind.
Go all out. It's like you meet the captain of the guard, and he's this big, bad, imposing figure. Feeble Mind.
You true polymorph him into like a gnat.
So I don't want this bard to be too high level. People have to play them.
We're giving them ideas when they get to 9th level spells. 8th and 9th level spells.
Giving me ideas too for Ivor.
just psychic scream them. If it's a commoner, commoners have 4 HP. You could easily do double a commoner's HP and then their head explodes. If you want to play a chaotic evil bard.
Oh, I love psychic scream.
It's so funny to me that your head explodes if it outright kills you. This is just a fun little piece of flavor text. If the target is killed by this damage, its head explodes, assuming it has one. Alright, is that where you're gonna leave your bard for right now?
Yeah, for now.
Alright.
Alright, ready for your words?
Yeah.
Constraint and reasonable.
Well, if a bard is gonna be seen as reasonable, they have to be College of Eloquence. You need to be good at talking to people. See,
hey, who needs College of Eloquence when you have Charm Person, Suggestion?
Yeah, but those can come back to bite you in the ass. Especially Charm Person.
Well, yeah, but it lasts for an hour. So you just have an hour of friendship.
Yeah, but that's how Estelle got put in jail.
Yeah.
Someone snitched.
I wonder if we'll see that NPC that snitched on her.
Oh god. So constraint and reasonable. College of Eloquence bard. constrained you can go in a number of different ways. You can go like societal constraints. They're constrained by like laws. They're constrained by like their social standing, their economic class, things like that. They could be constrained by friends and family not wanting them to follow their dreams and things like that. Be constrained by you can even be constrained by like your abilities as a bard. Because I mean, while bards can do pretty much everything, can't really deal damage until they get magical secrets.
Right.
So what way do I want to take this? I think for the purposes of a story, I like I like the idea of constrained by like societal aspects. So let's say they are it would be really funny if they were a full orc. Or, like, some other, like, you know, really intimidating, imposing race. But they were a bard. And they just wanted to, like, you know, talk to people and be good at their art and stuff like that. But people are really terrible about it. Because they're so intimidated by this big and imposing person that they don't even, like, give them a chance at first. So they're constrained by who will even, like, consider their art palatable and things like that.
Oh my god, is this just Squidward?
Squidward's not scary. This would be like... So
Scary.
we're both watching Vox Machina.
Scary.
This is like if Grog decided he was gonna be Spider-Man.
Grog was a bard. Yeah. That might be an episode title, Scary Squidward.
Scary Squidward, oh god. Oh no, he's hot!
Oh no, he's hot!
So yeah, they're like constrained by that, and they're struggling to like even get people to appreciate their art and stuff like that unless they're able to actually talk to someone. And then everyone's all like, oh, you're actually, like, such a reasonable person. You're so nice. Like, you're not scary. Like, they realize how, like, actually charismatic and nice this, like, orc is. Or this Goliath, whatever, this scary seeming person is. And that's when the world starts to, like, open up to them more. Like, they want, like, let's say they go on an adventure. They want to be the party face. But they're so intimidating looking, it goes the wrong way 8-9 times out of 10.
That made me think of Yusuke's social link in Persona 5, where he's struggling to find himself as an artist, and he finally like makes a piece that he's proud of, and then like a critic just burns him. And then Yusuke is so distraught until he realizes that his path, the only person that has to enjoy his art is him.
Yeah.
And so that it ties in with Persona's themes of like taking off the mask and being yourself. Persona 5 at least, where Yusuke allows himself to be himself. Yeah. And instead of being constrained by what he thinks everyone would like.
Yeah, and I feel like that also like really ties in with like, especially College of Eloquence, one of the very first things that you get is Silver Tongue, which makes all of your persuasion and deception rolls base 10. So if you roll anything under a 10, it becomes a 10. So, like, this person, like, is pumped their expertise into persuasion and things like that. And of course, their intimidation's still going to be really high, because Jack of all trades, at least an 18 in charisma.
Right.
So their intimidation's still going to be really high, but they're not focusing intimidation. Because that's not what they want to do. They don't want to intimidate people into liking their art. They don't want to intimidate people into enjoying, quote unquote, their presence. They want to, like, actually be friends with people and actually be nice and, like, palatable and reasonable and things like that, but people just don't see them that way. So part of their journey could be, like, part of it could be, like, trying to get people to see them that way, and then ultimately coming to the realization that I don't need people to see me that way to know that I am a good person, to know that I am not this terrifying person they're making me out to be.
Why do I feel like that's a Final Fantasy character? Which Final Fantasy character am I thinking of?
I have no idea. I've only played 7 and the 13 trilogy. And Dissidia
I've got to get
Duodecim.
After I get you to play Chrono Trigger, I'm going to have to get you to play 10. Final Fantasy X was amazing.
I tried playing 10-2 when that came out, but I was young and I didn't really know what I was doing.
I have not touched 10-2 yet. I haven't even heard how good or bad it is from other people.
From what I've seen, Final Fantasy community-wise, people really like 10-2. People like where it brought the characters.
10 was just so amazing.
But yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna leave this orc College of Eloquence bard.
Yeah, so time for our break?
Yeah, break time. Nice.
All right, we are back from our break that we totally took this session. We're kind of on, speaking of constraints, we're kind of on a time constraint this episode. So we have to jump right into our second segment.
Yeah.
Which is adding a random trope to our characters. So Kyoko, I'm heads, flip the coin, and who goes first?
All right. I don't know where the coin went now. I flipped it too hard. It hit the wall. It fell down the depths. Hey, it's heads. You get to go again.
This is kind of weird.
Do you want me to go first?
It might fit your character more, but we decided it was me, and so it has to be me.
All right.
The trope is called "When All You Have Is a Hammer," which the quote they have on the TV Tropes page is, "I suppose it is tempting, if the only tool you have is a hammer, to treat everything as if it were a nail." A character has a limited offensive repertoire, but the writer wants to make them look clever anyway, so they face them off against something which requires a little bit of strategy. Unfortunately, this strategy ends up being just do what you always do, but slightly better. It's not that our hero is uninventive. They might be an outright MacGyver, but they just don't have much to work with.
See, that works so well for bards, though. I also took it a very different way than the TV trope said. I thought when you said when all you have is a hammer, I thought, like, building things. So just, like, when all you have is a hammer and life's not going your way, just build a new one.
I mean, that is part of the aspect of my character is that he has to either build a new life or find some new treasure to steal.
Yeah.
But all he has is a hammer. All he has is his toolkit that helps him really steal and charm and terrify.
Vale, you know what this leads to?
What?
Joining the circus.
Ocean's 11?
No, joining the circus.
What?
Like how we talked about True Love and Clavier.
Oh yeah, because True Love's original True Love was a circus freak.
Yeah, so like, you know, go out, try to like build a new life for yourself. You have this skill set.
But then he loses access to his college. He can't return to his college anymore. But in order, he really wants to return to his college. That's his driving motivation.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was one step behind of the guy that stole the artifact.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way he gets the artifact, and it's probably the same artifact, he has to go like international manhunt to find who has this artifact.
Yeah.
And it's literally just like the people that made the artifact taking it back from the British Museum version 2.
Yeah. It's like he becomes Liam Neeson. He has a very particular set of skills.
I will find you.
I don't know
and I
who
will
you
steal that fucking artifact.
I'll find you and I will steal the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, so it's Nick Cage too.
Yeah, exactly. Nick Cage would be a bard. You can't tell me that man that recorded 12
He
total
would be a
minutes of
bard.
voice lines for Dead by Daylight wouldn't be a bard.
He would totally be a bard. And so he just has to outmaneuver this trickster by doing everything he does, but better. So instead of being one step behind, he has to do what he is good at to play himself one step ahead.
Yeah.
And then like the final villain is the thief, who is exactly the same build as this bard.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly the same build,
And so
but
it really-
rogue.
No, just exactly the same build
Just
for the narrative
straight-
punch of
Straight
having-
the same.
having the moment where he's outplaying someone with the exact same capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Just being one step ahead, like just dropping a hold person on this guy before this guy can get off whatever big spell the bard is known for.
Yeah.
And that kind of reminds me of a conversation I was having with my uncle where there was Justice League Doom, where Batman had contingency plans against all the members of the Justice League in case any of them turned against the Justice League, including himself. He had a contingency for himself.
That's not surprising, knowing Bruce Wayne.
And someone stole his contingencies. And that's the basis of the movie. He recorded these contingencies for like the Justice League animated series. And then someone steals it for Justice League Doom. And then
Interesting.
these contingencies start popping off and they start losing Justice League members. And Batman has this moment. Oh no, I know who we're fighting.
Oh no. My contingencies.
And with all of the drama that Batman carries every day, he says, "Me."
I peeked my mic laughing at that.
And so the Bard has this moment. I know who uses these tricks. Me.
Oh my god, it's like I'm looking in a mirror.
And it was fun to it's fun to hear about how Batman kind of dealt with the contingency he recorded for himself, because Bane literally unearths his parents
Oh gosh.
and then buries Batman alive.
Ooh. That's traumatizing.
Batman gets out and Bane's like, "I don't know how you did that. I buried you." And then Batman says, "Yeah, alive."
That was your problem. I was still alive. Yeah, I really like that, actually. That'd make, like, a really good cinematic boss fight.
Yeah, with all of the toolkits of a Whispers Bard facing off against the player characters. And of course, he's got a menagerie of helpers, too. They might be built similar to the other player characters. They might just be other mooks that'll tie down the other player characters.
Yeah.
But I think that's a boss fight with some punch.
Yeah, it has a good feeling of gravitas to it.
I was also trying to look up musical thieves in musicals.
Mm-hmm. Aladdin.
Other than Jean Valjean, but Aladdin was what I came to with like one jump ahead.
One step ahead. I don't know the words to that song anymore. I used to.
I've got some of the Aladdin soundtrack on my Spotify. Arabian Nights keeps getting shoved down my throat.
I love singing that song only because I love belting the notes to that song.
Yeah.
I cannot belt them here. I would peak my mic so bad. I don't want to put Chris through that.
Oh my god! I don't know if we can do this trope for you. I clicked on the random trope. I was going to say, like, speaking of peak, how do we peak your character with their trope?
What is it?
It's literally the same thing I was just doing. Moveset clone.
Oh. we can just tack that onto yours.
Sure. Okay, I will give you another one.
All right.
That one doesn't work because that's talking more about media crossing into other media.
Media crossovers, yeah.
That was a disowned adaptation.
Yeah.
Which, if we want to talk about that, Percy Jackson, the movie.
I've never
Disowned.
Never seen it.
Good.
All I know is that my mom didn't like it because my mom read all the books, and she was just like, this movie didn't follow the books at all. I hate it.
Oh, it was awful. My PC was unplugged, so sorry everyone gets to see my messy counter. Well, Chris, edit out my messy counter. Replace it with a sun.
Chris,
not like
Photoshop
not like a child,
every
but like
single D&D book onto the counter. Oh, it got really dark behind me in my main room. I just looked at my camera. Is the sun set?
All right, your trope. Uh-oh, the Insomniac.
Interesting.
A common way to convey that a character is either really strange or has either paranoid or schizophrenic tendencies or both is to make them an insomniac. Whether only during times of great stress or as a chronic disorder, obviously a case of truth in television. Expect these characters to be cranky, moody, mistrusting, and even violent.
See, this actually leads in really well to this character's like storyline. Cause what if they're at the point in their journey where they're still trying to like convince people that they're not terrifying, and they're so stressed about it, like they stay up late practicing like conversations and stuff like that on like how to be palatable and like how to be nice and things like that. Like they're trying to anticipate what everyone's going to say, how people are going to react, and it's keeping them up at night. Like they have been awake for a long time. They're taking levels of exhaustion because they're not resting, and it might boil over to coming out as violent or even more intimidating, or like actually intimidating. Like maybe they snap at someone, and this sets them to like an all-time low, essentially, because now everyone's like actually scared of them, and they have to like rest and recover and then rebound, and that's just gonna be messy all in itself. And I guess it would culminate in them like, so like they're not sleeping, they're constantly like stressed and worried and stuff like that, and then they finally blow up, or they react violently
and then
to something.
they become what everyone thinks of them.
Yeah.
In that moment.
Yeah. And then the rebound is they have to either decide whether they want to go back into that town or something, go back into that situation and like pick up the pieces and try to recover themselves, or step back and be like, I fucked up. Like, I really fucked up. This did the exact opposite of what I wanted. Maybe I just need to take a step back and let things blow over before I come back again.
Yeah. It's also interesting reading the tropes on and who is an insomniac in media.
Mm-hmm.
Levi of Attack on Titan apparently only gets 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night.
Join the
Which, when you live in Attack on Titan, how could you get more than 3 hours of sleep a night?
Honestly.
L from Death Note, and then also Gaara from Naruto.
We know L never slept. His brain was
those bags under his eyes were
exactly those bags under his eyes. They were not just makeup. Gaara never slept. So Gaara is an interesting case that I will get into later. If anyone's interested, I will go on Twitter and talk about how the reasons why Gaara is an insomniac.
It's just because he's afraid of the monster taking over.
Well, that's what it part and mostly is. He's afraid of Shukaku, the One Tails, taking over, but also he has a lot of trauma. He has a lot of trauma, which I mean, fucking same. But yeah, if anyone's interested in talking Naruto, just hit us up on Twitter and I will happily talk about Naruto. But yeah, I think that's a good place for me to leave my bard for the jar. Is that...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, are we ready to wrap this up? That felt like it was over too quickly.
Yeah, I think so. We've recorded in total for about an hour 15.
Yeah, that was a nice little quickie.
Yeah. All right. I think this is a good place to seal up these jars and put them on the market. if you liked this show or need any ideas, you can find us on Twitter at worldsinjars or email us at worldinjar1@gmail.com. Vale, do you have anything you want to signal boost or recommend to people before we go?
Rewatch Aladdin. Watch it if you haven't watched it, but rewatch it if you have.
I liked the live action Aladdin, so if you haven't seen that either, I just highly suggest that too. But nothing beats Robin Williams as
right.
Genie. All right. Well, do something good for yourself, everyone. We'll see you after the holidays. And this episode was edited
See you after
by Chris at Chris Rogers VO on Twitter, so go check him out too.
Bye, guys.
Bye.